Hi guys, it's Mimi back with another scrapbooking video, and I'm here today to show you how I made these super cute embellishments out of 12 by 12 paper. I just love this paper so much, and if you're wondering, this is the Recollections Fabulux paper pad from Michaels. Very rarely does Recollections come out with like collections, I feel like. I'm sure there were stickers that went with this paper pad, but I did not pick them up, and I'm kind of on like a no spend little thing here. Because I just have so many paper crafting products, so I'm not buying anything new for a really long time, so I'm trying to work with what I have. And you would not believe the amount of embellishments you can get out of, I think I had like 4 or 5 different pages here, and I got so many different embellishments. Thinking about the paper in multiple different ways can really give you options and little pieces to scrapbook with that sometimes cost you an arm and a leg to get. When you get these paper pads on sale, I feel like it comes out to like $7.50 for a paper pad, and it comes with 48 pages in the pad. So when you think about it, you could have like a 36-page scrapbook with a lot of embellishments. I'm not really sure how many you could absolutely get max, but I got so many. Just wait until you see. But I feel like you could just get so many out of that, or so many embellishments out of it, and for $7.50 you would have pretty much a whole entire scrapbook. To get all the embellishments, you'll see I did a mixture of fussy cutting and using my die cut machine to cut out shapes. So just think about what you can cut that's already there with your little scissors. I will link what scissors I use in the comments. I think there's some, I want to say they're like from Hobby Lobby, like the Paper Studio brand. This red pair is really great. That little pink pair is also really good. They were from Tuesday Morning. I don't know what brand they were, but they are not as fine tipped as these little red ones are. So if fussy cutting kind of intimidates you, don't let it. Just find the right pair of scissors that will work for you. Really just a fine, small tipped scissor is all you need. It doesn't really matter what brand it is. My favorite part of this whole process was just looking at the little cards, you know, like that paper with all the rectangle things, basically, and just looking at all of those and seeing what I could cut out of that and kind of making my own ephemera pieces, just like this little cool piece right here. And don't throw away the scraps, because we're going to use those later with our die cut machine to cut out extra shapes. If you've never watched anybody fussy cut something out before, there's two different ways you can kind of do it. The first way is what I'm doing, is just cutting straight close, like right up to the image, and cutting out only the image. Another way to do it is to kind of leave a border around the image so that it kind of makes it easier and all of the lines that you cut are softer. The only thing you have to think about when doing it the second way is how much room you have around the image. Like with the corner of those giraffes that you saw, the giraffes had no extra room to kind of like cut around it. So I feel like if I had left space, it just would have looked a little weird. So for these images particularly, the straight up to the image process kind of works better. And if you haven't caught on, there's 2 of every single card in your paper pad, most likely. That's usually how it goes. So don't be afraid to cut into them, because you will have 2 sets of them. One can become ephemera and one can stay a card just like it is. So you see here with the little hamburger and french fries, this would be the perfect example of that second process I was talking about. You don't have to necessarily cut right up to the image, because it had a nice blank space around the entire image so that you could leave a little pink border around it if you chose. I did not. And I just want to say, I cannot get over these little giraffes. I think they're so cute and I love them so much. I might even go into the second card I have of this one and cut out a second set of the giraffes, because I just think they are so cute. And you'll see later in the video that I used the top of that card with the Be Different part to actually create a tag. So it had enough room to use the die cut, and I had all of the word in it. So it looks really cute, and I could just add a little ribbon to it and put it on the page, or you could even save it for gifts if you don't want to use it for scrapbooking. So don't sell the like offcuts or the scraps short. They all have a lot of potential if you just kind of open your mind and think about it a little bit. This diamond piece would be perfect to either use as a layering base or as a journaling part if you wanted to add that to your scrapbook page. So those are all the pieces I cut out like just from the images, and now I'm going in with my die cut machine. I don't know what Sizzix this is. It's the small one. I don't have the big one. And then I bought most of my dies from AliExpress. I know there's some kind of controversy on if AliExpress dies are kind of like ethical or not, just because some of the designs are copied, but I feel like as long as you're getting these plain shapes that I'm using, like the ovals and everything, I mean, those can't be really copyright or anything like that, so I feel like you're safe there as long as you don't buy like the Disney ones or ones that look like the ones from other designers. And if you're interested in seeing all of the dies I bought, I actually bought these maybe 2 or 3 years ago during my first round of YouTube. And I have a video showing 2 huge hauls from AliExpress. I think I spent like $100 in each video, so I have a lot of dies, and they have really done me well in the last 2 or 3 years. I love my die cut machine. I also have a Cricut machine, and I just find the die cut machine to work so much easier. Don't get me wrong, the Cricut's great for certain projects, but for something like this, if you're a scrapbooker, I 100% recommend dies over the Cricut. If you look at what I'm doing right now, you can see that I cut out so many different shapes from that one card. It looked like it didn't really have any potential because the wording was all over the card, and to be honest, I'm not really into what it says. If you like fries, then that's cool with you. But I wanted to do something different with it, so I just took the smaller shapes and put them across the words, so you couldn't really tell that there's wording behind it. Just kind of looked like a different design, so you get like different lines of gold, different lines of pink and stuff, and you can't tell at all that there was words there, and now they're usable pieces for my scrapbooking. So like I said, don't sell those cards short, don't sell any of the paper pieces and scrap short. Use them to the best of your ability and really think outside of the box, and just try and make them usable for whatever you want to do. I don't think I got any video of it, but as you can see, there's like those long strips of paper next to my die cut machine, and I actually went in, that gold piece underneath the plaid piece has a bunch of little circles in it, so I actually went in with the circle die cuts and cut out some circles, but then I also went in with my little hexagon punch and made little pieces, you know, hexagon shape, newsflash, out of that whole paper strip, because like I'm not going to use that paper strip as it is, like that's just not how I do my scrapbooking, but those little images by themselves were perfect, and I actually really enjoyed using the hexagon shapes on one of the pages I already made. But we're getting towards the end of the video, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of sign off. And just remember that, you know, paper crafting is up to your creativity and imagination, and you can do whatever you want. Just because the paper pad comes with little cards doesn't mean you have to use them with little cards, you know what I mean? So at the end, oh, here comes Daisy. Alright, Daisy May wants to show you her big old lammy. I'll have to post a picture of it over on my blog. She's so cute. But in just a couple of seconds, the video is going to show all of the paper pieces I made just within, I think this might have taken me like an hour maybe, but I have so many pieces, I could probably make like 10 scrapbook pages with all of these pieces. So time well spent if you ask me, and I had a lot of fun with it. Like I said, I love this paper pad so much that I bought 2. So I can't wait to keep scrapbooking with it, and I hope this inspires you to think a little bit differently about the paper that you have. And don't forget to head over to my blog and check out what I got over there. And I will see you guys in the next video. Happy crafting!